Hey guys, it's SimQueen, and today I'm doing another speed build. This one I'm calling the Family Classic. This build is sped up quite a bit more than my other builds because it did take a really long time to build it. I had a vision in my head that did not work. I'm just gonna put it that way. I wanted to be able to have sort of a bi-level house, and I thought that I could manipulate the foundation a little bit on the main floor to try to work the way that I wanted it to, and it was not successful. I've been looking a lot at like realtor websites. My husband and I just got approved for a mortgage for a house, which is really exciting. We're going to be buying in probably October, which I know is like pretty far away, but it's nice to be able to plan these things ahead of time. And I've been spending a lot of time looking at houses in my town that are for sale, and I came across a house that was really interesting because the kitchen and dining room was all upstairs, and then the bedrooms were all downstairs. And I wanted to be able to do that, but I wanted a foundation on the main floor where like there was different levels of stairs, I guess. And it's hard to explain, but I had a vision. I thought I could do it, and turns out I could not. Maybe someone else could, but I couldn't. So I kind of compromised and decided to just do the bedrooms downstairs and the kitchen upstairs. So the entire upstairs layout is inspired by a house that I did find on a website, and that's actually for sale in my area. But the downstairs, I sort of just winged it, and then the outside winged that too, and just kind of went with whatever I thought would look good. And I'm actually really happy with the result. It turned out to be really nice. The biggest struggle with this house is that I was trying to create a sort of balcony upstairs, like an open area where the stairs are, but the roof was clipping, and it was actually really frustrating. I never did fix it, to be completely honest. If you download this house, the roof is clipping, and there's nothing I can do about it. I tried to make it go away, and I don't know if it's something that I don't know. I've been building in The Sims for a while, and I feel like I know quite a bit about it, but apparently not everything, because I couldn't figure that out. So if you know how to have a balcony and the roof not kind of clip together, like I wanted to have a roof and an open balcony in the same area, and I couldn't. So that's frustrating. It just clipped, caused me so many problems, and it's to this day it's still like that. When I took the screenshots, I deleted the roof, and then afterwards I put it back. So that was a little frustrating. But anyway, for the upstairs, yeah, the entire layout, like I said, was inspired by a picture I found, and it was really fun to make it. The house did have like a really big glass window like that one there, and I decided to get rid of that one because it just didn't work. I don't like countertops that are right in front of windows. It just bothers me too much, unless of course the window is above the countertop. But if you're looking from the outside, you would never see a counter being placed right in front of a window like that and covering it up. You just don't see that. So I decided not to go with that. The layout for the kitchen is a little weird. It's kind of got a crazy shape to it, but I think it actually looks really good. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I went with a lot of dark colors for this house, so there's a lot of blacks, which is not something I normally do, I don't think. I think I've done one other build where a lot of the furniture and like the flooring was black, but normally I don't, because it kind of it doesn't look as open and clean and spacious. But I actually really love the way this house turned out, and I did player tested a little bit, and there's a couple ideas I had that I loved, but they don't actually work. We'll get to that a little bit later in the build, but unfortunately not everything in this house is playable, so that is too bad. And that little wall there at the top of the stairs that has like the countertops with the microwave on the other side, I really like that. I don't use a lot of round tables, so I decided to use a round table in this one, and yeah, this whole build was just so much fun to do. I really got into a zone. I spent a lot of time doing it. I think it took me about 3 hours. And so this one, I don't want my builds to take too long. Like a video that's like longer than 30 minutes I think is too long. So I tried to keep it under 30 minutes with the screenshots, and so I did have to speed it up a fair bit more than I normally would. But I am very happy with how it turned out. I think it looks cute. I think it kind of looks like a realistic house, and that's what I was going for. Lately I've been trying to build some more realistic homes, and I've been building houses that are actually inspired by like houses in my area. I just did a collab with Simply Obsessed where we did well, I built the house, and it was inspired by a house that I was just driving by one day. And now this one is kind of the same thing. Another house in my town that I thought was kind of cool and wanted to build. So here it is. And I feel like I'm going to be doing more of these because the realistic builds to me are very interesting. It's not completely realistic. See, there's the roof clipping in. Like, it drives me nuts. As soon as I got that balcony, it would show up. And if I got rid of that balcony, it would be gone. Why can't I have both? Like, it's so frustrating. But anyway, I cannot dwell on that. It's just too frustrating. I did mess around with it for a long time. Probably cut a lot of that out because I was so frustrated. I even had to quit my game for a bit and come back later because it was just too much. The living room was a little bit cluttered, but I think it looks really nice. I'm pretty happy with it. I think just the whole house, I'm happy with how it turned out. My favorite room is either the living room or the office. I think they both look really realistic and like just nice spaces that you'd want to hang out in. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this entire build. Right now I am kind of stressed out. I am trying to record 25 videos and I have 5 days to do it. Now 4 because I pretty much wasted day 1. I got like 2 videos done. So what's happened, my husband, I guess for those of you who care to know, my husband does shift work, so he works 1 week on and 1 week off, and so when he's home I don't play The Sims at all because I try to like spend time with him and I don't want to just be on my computer all the time. So I don't record at all for like a week straight, and then on the weeks that he is at work, that's all I do is record videos. And so I plan the upcoming week and then the next week as well ahead of time, so I'm always recording about 13 videos in 5 days, which to me isn't too much. I've gotten used to it at this point where that's just how it goes because I do have daily uploads, and at this point I'm pretty used to that schedule. I don't mind it, I like it. It's kind of just what I spend my days doing, and because I'm actually not working right now, I'm going to be going to school in April, so to me it's just kind of like that's just how things go, and I like my schedule. I realize that will probably change, but what's happening is I'm actually going to Vegas at the end of March, and it happens to be part of during the week where I would normally record videos, but I won't be here to do that. So I have to record up until like April 8th, and it's currently, what is the date today? Today is March 11th, and I have to record videos up until April 8th. That is a lot. That is intimidating to me. So I should be like really buckling down and getting some videos done, and I'm sort of just casually like, I don't know, I just know on day 5 I'm gonna be so stressed out that I have all these videos to pre-record, and for some reason I'm just taking my time, and I shouldn't be, and that's I should be hurrying up if I want to make daily uploads. I probably still will. Somehow I put the pro in procrastinate, I really do, but somehow I always pull it off. Like it always comes through, and even when I do procrastinate these things, I manage to get it done. So yeah, that's what I've got going on right now. A ton of pre-recording. I have like 6 speed builds that I have to do voiceovers for today, which I kind of find to be more work than doing a Let's Play, because you do have to plan what you're going to talk about, and you have to know what you're going to talk about, because like awkward silences aren't fun. And normally in my builds I will just sit there and talk about the build, which I do like to do, but on these longer ones, like who really wants to hear about that? And so here I am. The subject is my stress about pre-recording all these videos, but again, you need something to talk about in these videos, and you always kind of have to be on, and this is like, what, how long is this? 22 minutes of me just talking, and it's not easy to do. Like, I feel like, I don't know if other YouTubers have this struggle, but where you just feel like, how am I supposed to talk for that long? And especially because I don't really, like, after this, I'm just silent, like all day, because it's me and my dog, so like what am I gonna do? I have no one to talk, well of course I talk to my dogs, like how can you not? But it's just so weird that you get into this zone where you're talking straight for 22 minutes and then you're done. And then it's quiet. And then you don't know what to do with your time. But after this, I'm probably gonna record a Let's Play. Right now I have the baby challenge, which I've taken a bit of a break from. I don't record it as much. but I'm going to be taking it in kind of a different direction, so I am excited to record that. And then I have the aspirations challenge on my channel. If you haven't watched that, you should probably check it out because it is my favorite LP on my channel. It's so much fun. Basically, it's a challenge that I sort of created on my own, at least maybe not the concept, but the rules. I do a generation for each aspiration, randomize all the traits. The firstborn sim is always the heir, and you get to pick their aspiration based on their random traits, and it's so much fun. It's always how I played The Sims. It's how I played The Sims in The Sims 2 and The Sims 3 and now The Sims 4. That's always how I've done it. So I actually have completed all the aspirations a few times over. I think just twice. But that's a lot because there's like 30 of them. And now there's even more because we have Get Famous, which I haven't done those aspirations yet. I haven't completed the one that came with... Oh, I know, I did complete the Strangerville one, and I did like a mini series. That one's super easy to complete. I have done that one, and I haven't done any vampire ones. So there are going to be some new ones on my channel that I've never done before. So that'll be fun. But yeah, so I've got that going on, and then I've got the Decades Challenge, which is also really fun. And that's more just story-based. There's no real... Well, the challenge is just getting through all the decades, but it's a really fun challenge as well. Pretty much all my LPs are challenge-based. I don't really know how else to play The Sims, honestly. I've tried, but I can't just tell a story. I have to have a challenge. I don't know why. That's just how I play. I can't just tell a story. There needs to be some kind of goal, and especially when it's like goes on for generations. I live for that. I seriously do. That's how I've always played The Sims, and so it's super fun to be able to kind of share the challenges and make videos about them. So back to the build. Enough rambling about my life and my LPs. So there are 3 bedrooms. No, there are not. I lied. There are 2 bedrooms downstairs, and one of them they each have an ensuite. There's also a small bedroom upstairs and an office as well, so you could still call this a 4-bedroom. The office upstairs, we've already kind of done that, but that is definitely my favorite room in the house. I think it turned out really cute, and it looks like a cozy space to work in. And then down here I did put like I don't know what you call this, like a TV room maybe. There's just like a couple of comfy couches and a really big screen TV, and I think that's where you would go to just like watch movies or whatever. But it's kind of like a cozy area of the house at the back here. So the layout's a little bit different. I've never really seen anything like it in real life or in The Sims. It's pretty weird, but I really like it. I love those blinds too. When you put them in your game, they kind of they don't look great, but when you're actually like doing your screenshots and you're in camera mode and you can see what they look like, they look really nice. They make a room look very realistic, so I have been using them a little bit more. And now just adding some more clutter, and I pretty much talk about this all the time, but we need more clutter so bad. Like the stuff we have now, I feel like I use the same stuff in every single build, because I do. I really do. We need more, and it's just not enough. We did get a few things with Strangerville, but they're not like home decor items. They're like quirky things that only fit into the Strangerville theme, so it's not quite good enough. That's what I'm trying to say. I still want more. And then here I kind of added these 2 surfaces together to make it look like one like 2-dimensional coffee table. So that kind of looks cool. Or 2-layered, I guess, or 2-tiered. That's the word, 2-tiered. And then there's another computer desk here with a couple of shelves. There's been a big deal because we're getting this shelf in a white swatch. I honestly didn't know that we didn't have it in a white swatch, but now I'm excited for it. At the time I was like, we don't have that in white, really? And I checked and we really don't. So that's kind of cool that we get to do that. Also added a laptop. Haven't used those yet that much, so I did put that at that little desk there. There is an office upstairs as well that has a computer, so we've got that. And then on the other side of the house, I was going to make this a garage, and you'll see that I'm trying to like create that ramp there. And for some reason, I don't remember why, but I did decide to just make it a bedroom. I think I was going to make it look like a garage from the outside, but I decided not to do that. I like to do garages now and then, but there's no point. We don't have cars, so really it's just for the aesthetic on the outside. So for the bathroom, I don't know why I always try weird things with bathrooms, but I like the idea of putting in that little archway there, because it does look like a more realistic bathtub. or shower, I guess, because the showers in The Sims are not realistic. They're not, they're usually like an enclosure that's built into the bathroom that you can get into. It's not just this piece that you throw into your bathroom. And so I did it in this corner as well with the tub. And so I put like an angled wall with an arch there, which I think looks really good. I'm super happy with how the bathtub turned out. I did put like a chandelier and a mirror there. I'm not sure if I'd do the mirror now or later, and I posted on Twitter and said, has this been done before, or did I just come up with this? And I mean, obviously I didn't come up with it, but I was more saying like, has anyone ever tried this before? And I was super excited about this idea, and it got like a ton of retweets, and people were really into that idea, and it looked really good. And then I thought, oh, I've never even tested this. So I player tested it. Sadly, the bathtub is not functional. Your Sim can't get in there. So that is really too bad. There might be a way to do it if you set the bathtub far enough back that they can walk into the arch and then get into the bathtub, but I think that it's just too close and they can't get into it. So that kind of sucked that it didn't work, but it does look nice. And then the shower enclosure as well, no, not functional, which is too bad as well, because that to me is a more realistic shower. It's kind of built into the bathroom as opposed to just being like placed there. I don't know, the bathrooms, they gotta work on the showers. They're not doing it for me. They're just not. I really want to be able to make a nice custom shower. I would love that. In The Sims 3, we just had these shower heads that you could just put on the wall. Yes, we need more of those. I don't want to be limited like this anymore. The showers, I think, are a huge part of why we can't make some of our builds look realistic, because those showers aren't that realistic. The stand-up showers, not everybody has those. So I don't know, I would like to be able to do a little bit more with that. So now for the backyard, there's like a little deck that goes off the kitchen there. So I did put a barbecue, and I think I put like some plants in that corner there. And then there's some stairs leading down, and then I put a hot tub there. And I don't think I put too much else. I think I did put some like potted plants on that level as well, but I like the look of like the 2-level deck. I think it looks really nice. It looks kind of realistic as well. Growing up, I lived in a house that had this exact layout on the back, so to me it's definitely something that you would see. So just adding some little plants there. Did put some outdoor lights as well. I realized that that's a big part of making builds look more realistic, is adding lights on the outside, because a lot of houses do have outdoor lights because it's not completely dark back there. So I did put those in, and I put in a fence and some trees, and now just playing around with the landscaping a little bit. I did end up changing the fence. It just wasn't really doing it for me. It looks to me more like an inside fence. So I changed it to that really tall black one, and I think it looks really nice. I'm super happy with it. The landscaping was fun to do as well. I think that really kind of made it come together there. And I did add the roof as well, I hope I did. Yes, I did. The reason the roof is missing now is because I was going to go in and do the screenshots, and I had to take out the roof if I didn't want it to clip, which is ridiculous. Like, I don't know if I just did it wrong or if it's just a glitch with the game or like a bug, but it's very irritating that we can't have an indoor balcony and the roof not clip at the same time. That's so frustrating. So if you have like a solution to that, please let me know so that I can do this in my builds and not have to remove the roof, take the screenshots, and then put it back for the outside. It's a little frustrating. The backyard has a swing set there, and then I did add some like little bushes and stuff like that. And yeah, those planters as well. That's pretty much it for the backyard, and I think that's pretty much it for this build. I'm not sure if you'll see me change the fence or not, but yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you think, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it so much if you could hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.